then after Ashoka, the next king was Samprati. Samprati means Western and Eastern kingdoms were united again. Western and Eastern kingdoms were again united. Samprati was the king after Ashoka, and then after him was Brihadrata. Then the later Mauryans were there from 232 BC to 185 BC. 185 BC. The Mauryan dynasty lasted for about 137 years. It lasted for about 137 years. The three Mauryan rulers ruled for 90 years, and then the later Mauryans only for 47 years. Only for 47 years, totally 137 years. Ashoka's death was followed by the division of the Mauryan Empire into two parts, that is western and eastern parts, and then the western part came to be ruled by Kunala, who was Ashoka's son, and then by Sumprati for a short while. Okay, eastern part came to be ruled by Dasharatha. సంప్రతి కింద వెస్టర్న్ అండ్ ఈస్టర్న్ పార్ట్స్ వేర్ యునైటెడ్ అని చెప్తున్నారు. ఆ తర్వాత కునల దశరథ తర్వాత సంప్రతి he had united both western and eastern parts, and he ruled. Then after that the last Mauryan ruler Brihadrata, he was killed by Pushyamitra Shunga in 184 BC or 185 BC. He was assassinated by his own commander-in-chief. Brihadrata's own commander-in-chief was Senapati Pushyamitra Shunga, who went on to establish the Shunga dynasty. This was written in Harshacharita, written by Banabhatta. This is written in Harshacharita, written by Banabhatta. And then we go to Mauryan administration. The Mauryan government was a centralized bureaucracy with the king as the fountainhead of all the powers. It was a highly centralized bureaucracy, okay, where the king was the head. It was totally bureaucracy ruled. However, the king was assisted by a council of ministers, that is Mantri Parishad. He was assisted by a council of ministers. The king was assisted by council of ministers, that is Mantri Parishad. It was totally bureaucracy ruled. Okay, and the bureaucracy they were Samharta ante chief tax collector. Sama means SAMA, Samaharta, who was the chief tax collector, and Sannidhata was the treasurer. Samaharta was the chief tax collector and Sannidhata was the treasurer. According to Kautilya or Chanakya, there were 7 elements. There were 7 elements of states, that is Saptanga theory. 7 elements of the state, Saptanga theory, according to Kautilya. That is Raja. This is different from the Megasthenes 7 castes in the society. Okay, that is the first Saptanga theory. The 7 elements of the state were Raja, the king; Mitra, the friend of the king, maybe Mitra; and Durg ante fort. Then Amatya means the secretaries. Amatya secretaries. Janapada means territories, and Kosha means the treasurer. Kosha ఇక్కడేమో సన్నిధాత అని చెప్పారు ద కరీం సార్ బుక్లో, అండ్ లా ఎక్సలెన్స్లో కోషా అని చెప్పారు. కోషా ఇస్ ద ట్రెజరర్, సన్నిధాత ఇస్ ద ట్రెజరర్ అన్నారు. దెన్ సేనా మీన్స్ ఆర్మీ. సో ద రాజా, మిత్ర, దుర్గ్, అమత్య, జనపద, కోష అండ్ సేన. Raja the king, Mitra friend, Durg fort, Amatya the secretaries of the king, and then the Janapada the territories, Kosha the treasury, and the Sena the army. Again the empire was divided into provinces. That is the provinces, and the provinces had their own capitals. The province Uttarapada, or the northern province Uttarapada, the capital was Takshila. Dakshinapatha, the southern, the capital was Suvarnagiri. Then Prachi ante central. Okay, Prachi was the central. Patliputra. Kalinga was the eastern, that is Toshali. Kalinga eastern was Toshali. And Avanti Rashtra means western. Avanti Rashtra western, that is Ujjaini. Eastern was యాక్చువల్లీ ప్రాచ్యం అంటే అది, బట్ ఇక్కడేమో ఇలా చెప్పారు. ప్రాచ్య అంటే సెంట్రల్, దట్ ఈస్ పాట్లిపుత్ర. కళింగ వాస్ ఈస్టర్న్, Toshali, Avanti Rashtra was western, Ujjaini. So these were the provinces. The different rulers at various levels, the different rulers, if we provinces and their capitals, there were different rulers at the various levels. The empire and their ruler were, first the provinces were ruled by Kumara. Provinces were ruled by Kumara. Then comes the districts in the provinces అంటే ఇప్పుడు స్టేట్స్ అన్నమాట. స్టేట్స్ తర్వాత డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్ కదా వస్తాయి. ఇన్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్ were ruled by ప్రాదేశిక, Rajuka and Yukta. Pradeshika, Rajuka and Yuktas had ruled the districts. Then after districts come the sub-districts. Subdivisions were ruled by Gopa or Sthanik. Gopa or Sthanik had ruled the subdivisions. Gopa, Sthanik, and then after that comes the villages ruled by Gramikas. And then comes the villages ruled by Gramika. The same thing is again told in all in one. Province was ruled by Kumaras ante governors. The title was given to the sons of the king. Kumaras, they were the governors అంటే ఇప్పుడున్న స్టేట్ ని ప్రావిన్స్ అంటారు. That Kumaras, they were governors. That title was given to the sons of the king. Then Aryaputra, that is governors. This title was given to the persons of the royal blood, usually the king's relatives. Aryaputra was given to the title was given to the persons of the royal blood, that is king's relatives. Then district was Pradeshika. He was the head of the district. He looked after the law and order and the revenue collection. Pradeshika, he was the head of the district, so he looked after the law and order, just like police, law and order, or you can call it as Pradeshika, head of the district అంటే like కోర్ట్ మ్యాజిస్ట్రేట్ అంటాం కదా, ఇప్పుడు ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్స్ లాగా, ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్స్ లాగా. Pradeshika is the head of the district, and IAS officer looked after the law and order and revenue collection. Exactly, this is just like just now we have IAS officers ఉన్నారు కదా, ఆ టైప్ అనమాట. ప్రాదేశిక or ప్రదేశిక అనొచ్చు. ప్రదేశిక or ప్రాదేశిక, the district head వచ్చి Pradeshika, who head of the district looks after the law and order and the revenue collection. Then comes the Rajuka. He looks after the rural administration and the justice. Rural administration and the justice is taken care by the Rajuka. And then Yukta is secretarial staff వచ్చి Yukta అనమాట, secretarial staff. Then Sthanikas were the local looked after the tax collection. Then comes the subdivision was taken care by the Gopa అంటే accountant అని అర్థం. And Sthanika was who was collecting the tax collection was done by Sthanika. సన్నిదాత అని కూడా చెప్పారు దీంతో కరీం సార్ నోట్స్లో. బట్ Sthanika was the accountant and Gopa was the accountant and Sthanika was the tax collector. చీఫ్ ట్యాక్స్ కలెక్టర్ వచ్చి సమహర్త అని చెప్పారు. ట్రెజరర్ వాజ్ సన్నిదాత, ట్యాక్స్ కలెక్టర్ వాజ్ సమహర్త అని చెప్పి కరీం సార్ నోట్స్లో చెప్పారు. సమహర్త వాజ్ ది ట్యాక్స్ కలెక్టర్ ఆర్ స్థానిక, and Gopa was the accountant. Then when it comes to village level, Gramika was the village headman. Then the provinces during the Mauryan age, and then Buddhist monks who were sent as missionaries. దీనికంటే ముందు we need to read about something else in excellence. Then it was a local and municipal administration was present. The provinces were divided into districts which were known as Vish or Ahara. The districts name అంటారు విష్ అన్న అంటారు లేదా విష్ ఆర్ ఆహార అంటారు డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్ని. Then the three officials mentioned in the Ashokan edicts were Yuktas, who were the secretarial staff, Rajukas, who looked after the rural administration and the justice, and the Pradeshika was head of the district, looked after law and order and then revenue collection, were associated with the district administration. Then Gramika was the headman of the village. Then Nagaraka was the chief officer responsible for the law and order in the city. Nagaraka was the chief officer who was responsible for the law and order in the city. Then municipal administration of the cities was very much excellent during the Mauryan period. The municipal administration of the cities was excellent during the Mauryan period. Then Megasthenes has given an account of the committee system of administering the municipalities in the cities. So he gives 6 committees of 5 members each. So the functions of the 6 committees were industrial arts, entertainment of the foreigners, registration of the birth and death, trade and commerce, then public sale of manufactured goods, weights and measures, and the collection of the taxes of the articles sold. Then important officials in the Mauryan bureaucracy. Important officials were Sannidhata. Sannidhata was the treasurer. Samaharta was the chief tax collector. Then Vyavaharika or Dharmastha. Vyavaharika was the chief justice of the civil court. Chief justice of the civil court was Vyavaharika or Dharmastha. Pradeshta was Pradeshta was he was the chief justice of the criminal court. Pradeshika was chief revenue collector. The Pradeshika chusam kada, chief revenue collector, that is the IAS officer, Pradeshika. Then Rajuka was the revenue settlement officer. Revenue settlement officer was Rajuka. Yukta was secretarial staff, or he was also tax collector runner. Yukta was secretarial staff or the tax collector Yukta. Then Rajuka was rural administration and justice. Revenue settlement officer, rural administration and justice. And then Sthanika, again Sthanika. Okay, Sthanika was in subdivision. Sthanika was head of local administration. Sthanika was head of local administration. All in one level, he looked after tax collection. But I think he was the Sthanika is the head of local administration, and Gopa is also Gopa accountant, correct? Gopa looked after the accountants. Sthanika was the head of local administration and చెప్తున్నారు. Then Nagaraka, he is in charge of the city administration. Nagaraka, he is responsible for the law and order in the city, chief officer. He is responsible for the city administration. Nagaraka. Then Akshapala. Akshapala means accountant general. Accounts general వచ్చి Akshapala. Gopa is accountant. Account general వచ్చి Akshapala. Sitadhyaksha అంటే supervised agriculture. Supervised agriculture. Sitadhyaksha అంటే పాణ్యాధ్యక్ష. సీత అధ్యక్ష, ఇట్లా అనుకోవచ్చు కదా. సీత అధ్యక్ష అంటే సూపర్వైజ్డ్ అగ్రికల్చర్ ఆర్ superintendent of agriculture, or one who supervised the agriculture was called as Sita Adhyaksha. పాణ్య అధ్యక్ష వచ్చి superintendent of commerce అంటే ట్రేడ్ అండ్ కామర్స్కి superintendent of commerce పాణ్య అధ్యక్ష. సమస్త అధ్యక్ష వచ్చి superintendent of markets. సమస్త అధ్యక్ష was superintendent of markets. Then పోట్వ అధ్యక్ష వచ్చి superintendent of weights and measures. పోట్వ అధ్యక్ష. సంస్థ వచ్చి మార్కెట్. సంస్థ అంటే మార్కెట్. సంస్థ అధ్యక్ష వచ్చి superintendent of market. పాణ్యం అంటే superintendent of commerce. సీత means agriculture, superintendent of agriculture. పోట్వ means weights and measures. పోట్వ అధ్యక్ష. Then నవ అధ్యక్ష means new. Nava means ships. Nava. So Nava Adhyaksha is superintendent of ships. Sulka Adhyaksha is collector of the tolls. Sulka Adhyaksha is collector of the tolls. Akara Adhyaksha. Akara means mines. Aya ante mines, minerals అని చెప్పారు కదా. Aya means superintendent of mines. And Loha Adhyaksha is superintendent of iron. Aka Adhyaksha was superintendent of mines. Loha Adhyaksha was superintendent of the iron. Then Buddhist monks who were sent as missionaries to various regions after the third Buddhist council was Mahendra was Ashoka's son. He was sent to Sri Lanka. Mahantika was sent to Kashmir and Gandhara. Mahantika was sent to Kashmir and Gandhara. Then Sona and Uttara was sent to Suvarna Bhumi. Sona and Uttara was sent to Suvarna Bhumi. Then so Sona and Uttara were sent to Suvarna Bhumi. Mahantika was for Kashmir and Gandhara. Then Maharakitita was sent to Yona. Mahadeva was sent to Mahisa Mandola. Mahadeva was sent to Mahisa Mandola. Rakita was sent to Varanasi. Vanavasi. Rakita was sent to Vanavasi. Yona Dhamma Rakita was sent to Aparantaka. Yona Aparantaka. Mahadhamma was sent to Maharatta. Maharatta Mahadharmaratika. Maharatta. Majjima was sent to Himalayan region. Mahadhamma Ratika was sent to Maharatta. Yona was sent to Aparna. Then inda konni unnai inka there were actually 34 అధ్యక్షాస్ అంట. ఇందాక మనం కొన్ని అధ్యక్షాస్ గురించి చదువుకున్నామా. సో దేర్ వర్ 34 అధ్యక్షాస్ ఈచ్ ఆఫ్ విచ్ వర్ ది హెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ది డిఫరెంట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్. So there were 34 adhyakshas, each head of each departments. Then Akara was mining. Kuppya adhyaksha ante Kuppya was adhyaksha. He was the head of superintendent of forest. Kuppya. Then Vividha adhyaksha ante he was the head of the superintendent of pastures. And Lakshana adhyaksha means he was the minting of coins. He was superintendent of minting of coins. That is Lakshana adhyaksha. Then the provincial heads were called as Aryaputras. Each province again was divided into 7 aharas or vish or districts. Aharas were headed by Rajukas, that is revenue officers, Pradeshika, police officer, and each ahara had a village with Gramani as a head. According to Indica, each city had a municipal council consisting of 30 members. Municipal administration was at best, and each city had municipal council consisting of 30 members, and the 30-member council is again divided into 6 boards, each having 6 boards and each having 5 members carrying various functions. Okay, 30 members. Municipal council had 30 members. So this military administration consists of 30 military. Then after Tarvata, there is military administration in the Mauryan Empire. Military administration consists of 30 members. Military administration consists of 30 members again, having 6 boards with 5 members each, and carrying 6 administrations of the army. Which was specified in the Arthashastra of Kautilya, that is infantry, cavalry, elephantry, chariotry, navy and transport departments. This was specified in Arthashastra. This is military administration. Then judicial administration has 2 types of courts, that is civil courts which is Dharmastya. Civil courts ante Dharmastya, he was the chief justice of the civil courts, Dharmastya. And criminal courts which was called as Kantaka Sodhana. Criminal courts were called as Kantaka Shodhana. And Pradeshta was civil justice, chief justice of this criminal court. Criminal court name antaru Kantaka Shodhana anedi criminal court. The chief justice of criminal court was called as Pradeshta. Then Vyavaharika was the civil court, and the Dharmastya was the chief justice of the civil court. Then Indica says that crimes were very rare and thefts were very much common in the Mauryan dynasty, and people left their houses unlocked. Because thefts were uncommon and crimes were very much rare in Mauryan period. The reason being that very harsh criminal code for every sin committed. Endukila nobody was committing crimes and thefts ante the punishment. The reason being there was very much harsh criminal code for the every sin committed, harsh criminal code. Then trial by ordeal to test the accused of his crime was the feature of the punishing of the criminal. So punishment ela chesevallu trial by ordeal. to test the accused of the crime. Trial by ordeal. Rakshi ante he was the police. Rakshi was the police who looked after the people's security. Rakshi was the police who looked after the people's security in Mauryan era. Nagarika was assisted by two subordinate officers. Nagarika was assisted by two subordinate officers, that is Gopa and Sthanika. And the other one was in Mauryan administration, the Mauryan government was a centralized bureaucracy of which the nucleus was the king. Second, he had Mantri Parishad under him. The king was assisted by Mantri Parishad. Mantri Parishad were some mantris, Yuvaraj, Senapati and Purohits. Just like in Mahabharat, it is the Mahamantri and Mantris and the Yuvaraj on one side of the king and Senapati on the other side, and some Purohits were there in the Mantri Parishad and the king. And then under that they had district administration, intermediate unit and village administration. Then we talk about the Mauryan coins. The punch marked coins mainly made of the silver and some were made out of the copper. They followed bent bar silver coins of the earliest Mauryan periods. Then silver coins were Pana, copper coins Masika and Masika Kakini. Silver coins, copper coins used as well, punchmark coins were used. Then economy of the Mauryan Empire, the state took active participation in the economy. The Shudras were involved into the agriculture for the first time. Shudras were involved in the agriculture for the first time. Then the crown land was called as Sita. Andike Sita Adhyaksha annaru. The crown land was called as Sita. There were provinces for provisions. There were provisions for irrigation by the state. The normal taxation rate was 1/6 of the produce, and there was irrigation by the state. The weights and measures were regulated by the states. And tolls were also levied. On the commodities brought to the town for the sale, and they were collected at the gate. ఏదైనా కమోడిటీస్ని టౌన్ లోపలికి తీసుకొస్తే దెన్ దే టోల్ యూస్ టు బి కలెక్టెడ్ అట్ ది గేట్ if you are getting some commodities were brought to the town for the sale. Then the state enjoyed monopoly in mining. Even now that is the same, but now they have removed it. The state had enjoyed monopoly in mining and forest and salt and sale of the liquor and manufacturing of the arms. So the state enjoyed monopoly in mining, forest, salt, sale of the liquor and manufacturing of the arms, etc. Then Sohgaura, which is in Gorakhpur district of UP. Sohgaura copper plate inscription, and Mahasthana, that is Bogara district in Bangladesh, inscription deal with the relief measures to be adopted during a famine. That's what I said. The Sohgara copper plate inscription was given by the Chandragupta Maurya, and the Mahasthana Bogara inscription district in Bangladesh inscription was given by Ashoka. These two deal with the relief measures to be Sohgaura and Mahasthana. These two inscriptions deal about the measures to be taken during a famine. Terms related to the revenue. Terms related to revenue or land administration were there were basically two types of taxes, that is land tax ఒకటి, religious tax ఒకటి. The Bali was the religious tax and the Baga was the tax on the agriculture produce and the cattle, etc. This is, and Kara was the orchards అంటే ఫ్రూట్ ట్రీస్ ఉంటే ఆర్చర్డ్స్ పైన ఫ్రూట్ ట్రీస్ ఆర్చర్డ్స్ ట్యాక్స్ని కారా అనేవాళ్ళు. వనిక్ వాజ్ ట్యాక్స్ ఆన్ ది మర్చెంటైజ్ అంటే సేల్ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్, దానిపైన వేసే ట్యాక్స్ని వనిక్ అనేవారు. దెన్ జరా మీన్స్ ఫెరీ చార్జెస్, బోట్ పైన వెళ్ళేదాన్ని జరా అనేవాళ్ళు. దెన్ వివిత వాజ్ ద ట్యాక్స్ ఆన్ ది పాస్చర్ ల్యాండ్స్. And Raju, it was the cess payable for the settlement of a dispute in rural areas. Cess that is payable for settlement of the dispute in the rural areas was Raju. Then Chora Raju means police tax. Chora Raju, Chora and the thief, police. Chora Raju tax, that is police tax. Then Pindakara means assessed on the group of villages. Pindakara is assessed on the group of villages. It is also taxed. The Sitam is crown land. The chief source of state's income was the land revenue. Land revenue was the chief source of the state's income. Even now it is the same. Revenue land revenue in the British's time. Agronomoi means the office in charge of collecting the land revenue was agronomoi. Land revenue was the chief source of income to the state. Agronomoi was the officer who was in charge of collecting the land revenue, and the toll tax, the largest source of income to the state. Its rate was 10% was the toll tax, and it was the largest source of the income for the state. Then the army of the Mauryan dynasty. The most striking feature of the Mauryan administration was maintenance of a huge army. The Kautilya permitted all the four Varnas to serve in the army. Kautilya had permitted all the four Varnas to serve in the army, and even Shudras were allowed into agriculture for the first time. According to Pliny, Natural History by Pliny, Mauryas maintained an army of 6 lakh soldiers. According to Pliny, Mauryas maintained an army of 6 lakh soldiers. 30,000 cavalry. The 30,000 cavalry అంటే horses పైన ఉన్న soldiers. 30,000 cavalry, 9,000 elephants and 8,000 chariotry. Mauryans also maintained a navy. Also. Then communications. Royal highways were well developed. అశోకుడు రోడ్ల పక్కన చెట్లు నాటారని చిన్నప్పుడు నేర్చుకున్నాం కదా. Royal highways were well maintained. Then Ujjain was a nodal point to all the communication and transport. Ujjain, because it was in the middle of India, it was the nodal point for all the communications and transport. And Dakshina Varta Marga was the highway from Ujjain to Kanyakumari. And Dakshina Varta Marga, this is very important. It is the highway from Ujjaini to Kanyakumari. Dakshina ante south ke elle margam. Dakshina Varta Vartakula Margam, that is Dakshina Varta Marga, highway from Ujjaini to Kanyakumari. Uttarapada means highway from Takshila to Kanyakumari. Oh my god. Takshila, where it is in Pakistan near Afghanistan, to Kanyakumari, that is Uttarapada north. Takshila to Kanyakumari, Uttarapada. Then important ports were Broch and Barigaza and Broch were the important ports in the west, and Tamralipti was in the east, important port in the east. Broch and Barigaza were important ports on the west, and Tamralipti was the important post in the east. Sorry, in the army, again I'm going to continue the army from all in one. The size and organization of army was fairly large. According to Pliny, it consists of 6 lakh infantry, 30,000 cavalry, 9,000 elephants. According to Plutarch, it consists of 2 lakhs infantry. Okay, different places. Then Chanakya refers to Chaturragbala, that is Chaturang Bala, comprising the infantry, cavalry, chariots and elephants as the principal organs of the army. Chaturanga Balalu ఉంటారు కదా. చతురంగ బలాలు అంటే they are the infantry, cavalry, chariots and the elephants. So as the principal organs of the army administration was entrusted again to 6 committees. అన్నిట్లో 30 మంది ఉంటారు, దాంతో 6 committees with 5 members each ఉంటారు. So each committee was entrusted with a particular branch, that is, this is written in Arthashastra: infantry, cavalry, elephants, chariotry, transport and supplies, and the navy. Then the officers and the soldiers, they were paid in cash. Then the salaries of the important officers were: Senapati got 48,000 pannas ante silver coins అని అర్థం. Senapati got 48,000 pannas. Then the nayakas got 12,000 pannas. Nayakas. Then muktyas got 8,000 pannas, and the adhyakshas got 4,000 pannas. There were 34 adhyakshas, 4,000 pannas. Then important Mahammatas of that time were Vaharika Mahammatta was the officers. Vaharika Mahammatta was the judicial officer. Senanya Mahammatta was the military officer. Vaharika Mahammatta judicial officer. Senanya Mahammatta military officer. Sabattaka Mahammatta was the chief minister. Mahammatta was chief minister. దోనామపక మహమ్మత్త assessment officer Dhamma Mahamatta, officer of Dhamma Mahamatta. Anta Mahamatta was officer in charge of the frontiers అంటే లాస్ట్ కదా, లాస్ట్ కాబట్టి అంతం ఆఫ్ ది ఎంపైర్, అంత ఫ్రాంటియర్స్, అంత మహామత్త ఆఫీసర్ ఇన్ చార్జ్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రాంటియర్ ఏరియాస్. ఇతి అంటే ఇతిజాక మహామత్త ఆఫీసర్ ఇన్ చార్జ్ ఆఫ్ ఉమెన్. ఇతులు అంటే ఇతిలి అంటే విమెన్ అని అర్థం, ఇతి అంటే. సో ఇతిజాక మహామత్త మీన్స్ ఆఫీసర్ ఇన్ చార్జ్ ఆఫ్ విమెన్. దేర్ వేర్ 18 తీర్థాస్ ఆల్సో. 18 తీర్థాస్ అంటే మంత్రి, చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్, పురోహిత్, చీఫ్ ప్రీస్ట్, సేనాపతి, కమాండర్ ఇన్ చీఫ్, యువరాజ, క్రౌన్ ప్రిన్స్. These were the 4 highest functionaries among the తీర్థాస్. వీళ్ళని ఏమంటారు? 18 తీర్థాస్ అనేవాళ్ళు. 18 తీర్థాస్, దీస్ వర్ ది హైయెస్ట్ functionaries among the తీర్థాస్. దెన్ దౌవరిక, chamberlain, దెన్ అంతర్వేషిక అంటే చీఫ్ ఆఫ్ ది హేరం, లోపల ఉన్నవన్నీ చీఫ్ ఆఫ్ ది హేరం. దెన్ ప్రశాస్త్రి అంటే ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ జనరల్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రిజన్స్. ప్రశాస్త్రి వాజ్ ది ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ జనరల్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిజన్స్. దెన్ సమహర్త వాజ్ ది కలెక్టర్ జనరల్, tax collector general Samaharta. Sannidhata was treasury chief. Pradesh 3 divisional commissioner. Nayaka was city constable. Nayaka ఇందాక సేనాపతి తర్వాత నాయకాసే ఉన్నారు. నాయక సిటీ కానిస్టేబుల్. పౌర మీన్స్ గవర్నర్ ఆఫ్ ద సిటీ. పౌర. వైవాహారిక మీన్స్ ద చీఫ్ జడ్జ్. వహారిక మహమ్మత్ అంటే జుడిషియల్ ఆఫీసర్. వహారిక మహమ్మత జుడిషియల్ ఆఫీసర్. వ్యవహారిక చీఫ్ జడ్జ్. దెన్ కర్మాంతిక వాస్ చీఫ్ ఆఫ్ ది మైన్స్. మంత్రి ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది కౌన్సిల్. పరిషాధ్యక్ష మంత్రి అంటే చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ అని కూడా చెప్పారు. దండించేవాడు పోలీస్ చీఫ్. దండపాల్ పోలీస్ చీఫ్. ద్వారపాల చీఫ్ ఆఫ్ ది హోమ్ డిఫెన్స్. అంతపాల చీఫ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫ్రాంటియర్ డిఫెన్స్. Then art and architecture of the Mauryans. The history of art and architecture starts with the Mauryans. History, this is very very important statement. The history of the art and architecture starts with the Mauryans. The Mauryan art had a certain specimen to represent the art and architecture. They had certain specimen. That is, first one was Ashoka pillars, then stupas, then caves, and then sculptures. The Ashokan pillar consists of 4 parts. The first bottom was the shaft, then the capital, then abacus and the central figure. So the upper column, that is, it was highly lustrous and it was glossy. The shaft was, the upper column was, it was highly lustrous and it was glossy. It was measuring 50 feet high and it was weighing 50 tons. They used the red stone of Mathura. To make these shafts, and then it was made in one place and then it was sent to other places. Then the capital, it was beautifully crafted animal on the top of the column. So they were in Ruminde, capital of Nepal, it was the horse. అక్కడ ఎక్కడైతే లుంబినీలో పెట్టారో రుమిందే ఇన్స్క్రిప్షన్, ఇట్ వాజ్ పిల్లర్ ఎడిక్ట్, ఇట్ వాజ్ హార్స్. అండ్ రాంపూరా ఇన్ బీహార్, రాంపూర్వ హ్యాడ్ బుల్ and Lauria Nandagar has got lion, and which is again in Bihar. Lauria Nandagar has lion. And Sankissa in Uttar Pradesh, Sankissa has got elephant. And Sarnath UP has got 4 standing lions. Then Sarnath, again Ruminde has got horse. Rampurva has got the bull. Rampurva bull. Ruminde horse. Rampurva bull. Lauria lion. Sankissa elephant. And Sarnath 4 standing lions. The Sarnath has 4 standing lions preaching the dharma with Ashoka chakra in the bottom. with Ashoka Chakra in the bottom, and it has 4 bull, horse, lion and elephant surrounding the chakra, which is the national emblem of India. Ashoka, 4 standing lions on the top, Madhyalo Ashoka Chakra, and bull, horse, lion and elephant surrounding the chakra. Then inverted lotus is present at the bottom. Inverted lotus is present at the bottom of Sarnath pillar, and Indian emblem has the bull and horse. Indian emblem doesn't have lion and elephant in it. Indian emblem has a bull and horse, and Satyameva Jayate written in Devanagari script from Mundaka Upanishad. This Satyameva Jayate is taken from Mundaka Upanishad. Mundaka Upanishad nunchi we have taken the Satyameva Jayate written in Devanagari script. On the Indian emblem it has the bull and the horse on either sides of the Ashoka Chakra. So mainly Mauryan art has got the inscriptions. Majority of the art remains has got the animal capitals of the on the pillars. These pillars are made up of 2 types of stones. Which is the red stone from Mathura, sandstone or the red sandstone from the Mathura. It has spotted white also, spotted white and red stone of Mathura, and then buff, that is colored fine grained hard substance. It is colored. It is finely grained hard substance, usually with small black spores from Chunar. In the Chunar hill and Japan near Banaras. This is the buff stone from the Chunar hills near Banaras. That is it is colored, and it is finely grained hard sandstone. It is also sandstone. Both are sandstones. Okay, sandstone usually with the small black spores untai danto. It is colored and finely grained. Okay, Chunar hills near Banaras. This is the buff ఒకటి, ఇంకోటి వచ్చి spotted red sandstone ఒకటి, ఇంకోటేమో colorful sandstone from Chunar hills. Then stone was cut. It is monolithic. They are cut and polished with great technical skills, and there is a striking uniformity of style in the pillar capitals. Then the second form of art of Mauryans are stupas. According to the Divyavadana, stupas, 84,000 stupas were built. Stupas were built, and at present they are present at Takshila and Burut in MP, Madhya Pradesh, and Sanchi in MP, and Amaravati in Andhra Pradesh. Ashoka built 84,000 stupas according to Divyavadana, which is the Tibetan book, a Buddhist book. Now it is present Takshila lo Buddhist stupa undi, Andhra Pradesh Amaravati, in Sanchi Madhya Pradesh, and Burhut 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 in Madhya Pradesh. And then the caves. Ashoka was the first king to build the caves. Okay, caves are another form of art of Mauryans. He was the first king to build caves for Ajvikas. 4 caves were found as Barabara, and he was donated to Ajvikas. The Barabara caves were donated to Ajvikas, and the first caves belonged to Ajvika. These were the first caves that belonged to the Ajvika religion. Then Ashoka's grandson Dasharatha, he patronized the Ajvika religion, and he built 3 caves at Nagarjuni in Bihar. Nagarjuni ane place lo in Bihar he built another 3 caves and donated to Ajvikas. Dasharatha, grandson of Ashoka, he built 3 caves at Nagarjuni in Bihar, and he donated to Ajvikas. Then the sculptures were the other art form. Then they contained beautiful Yaksha and Yakshini images. The Yaksha image was found at Mathura in UP, and Yakshi was found at Didharganj in Bihar. Then elephant stone was found in Dhauli. Elephant stone was found at Dhauli in Orissa. The sculptures were Yaksha image, which was found at Mathura in UP, Yakshi image, which was found at Didharganj in Bihar, and elephant stone was found at Dhauli. Yaksha and elephant stone, which was found at Dhauli in Orissa. Then Brihadrata, who was the last Mauryan ruler, ended by the Pushyamitra Shunga, the Brahmin commander founder of the Shunga dynasty. Then causes for the decline of the Mauryan Empire: highly centralized administration. Then Pacific policy of Ashoka. Then financial crisis. That is, bureaucracy expanded but the income remained constant. Financial crisis, bureaucracy expanded but the income remained constant. Pacific policy of Ashoka, highly centralized administration. Then neglect of the northwest frontier. Then negation of the folk and state oppression. Answer: Sunga revolt, represent people's revolt. Negation of the folk and state oppression. State was oppressing the people and state was oppressing the people. So answer for that was Shunga's revolt, which represented people's revolt, and he stabbed Brihadatta, the last Mauryan emperor. Then post-Mauryan period. After the decline of the Mauryas, the regional kingdoms were formed. After decline of Mauryas, regional kingdoms were formed. Unlike the Mauryans, none of these regional kingdoms could extend their political authority over the large area which was equivalent to that of the Mauryan Empire. Thus, with the downfall of the Mauryans, their great empire witnessed rise of multiple regional kingdoms. Because of the downfall of Mauryan Empire, the great empire witnessed rise of multiple regional kingdoms in the eastern India, central India, and in the Deccan. This period saw a number of native rulers such as Chungas, the Kanvas, and the Shatavahanas. So, in the northwest India, this period witnessed a number of ruling dynasties from the Central Asia. So, the important regional kingdoms were Shungas, Shatavahanas, the Kanvas, the Indo-Greeks or the Bactrians, the Shakas, the Parthians, the Kushanas.